Alright, we are back with another Dragon Ball video today, and we're going to be talking about the 11th anniversary after its announcement on Monday night or Tuesday morning for me. We were able to, or I guess it's the same thing, but we were able to see the units and they were revealed. We weren't able to get any details on the units, but we got a new EZA and the countdown details for the celebration, and they revealed the Part 1 units. And that is going to be the main thing we're going to be talking about today, is the Part 1 units and the community reaction to them, because I am seeing a very mixed reaction. I will admit, I do think it is still majorly positive, but the minority is a very vocal minority, and I kind of just want to go over my thoughts, I guess, on it, and what I think about what people think about the anniversary, and then obviously my opinions on the anniversary choices so far, and everything. I think that leading up into this, what the character picks mean, and then what if they're good or not, but just give my opinion on it, and you know, go over everyone else's opinion. Alright, yeah, before we get into the discussion, make sure you like and subscribe. 95% of you are not subscribed, so subscribe to the channel. As I said, we are going to be going over community reactions to this, but like I said, we do have a lot of overwhelmingly positive reactions to these units being revealed. Obviously, I'm just going over the quotes of this announcement post from the Twitter, because this is where I saw a lot of people complaining was on Twitter. So I'm going over some of the posts and some of the quotes, and then I will be going over some of the comments and seeing it. But like, look, for the most part, everyone is very happy because of having to wait for so long for these units. See, like, this guy's a little less happy, but like, everyone is in agreement that we've been waiting so long for these units, like especially this one, the "it's been 3,000 years" meme. Like, we've been waiting for these Dokkan units for so long. Yeah, like this guy obviously called it. A lot of people were predicting that anniversary was going to be Daima, since they weren't releasing any forms of Daima during the year. So it honestly like really had to end up being Daima, or like it would have been a huge disappointment. So I think everyone did expect Daima in this slot, but like obviously, yeah, we have some speculation for things, but like I said, it is a very positive reaction to the reveals and everything, and obviously the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and the Super Saiyan 4 Goku both being in here. But we'll get we'll get into some of these like negative ones too as I just scroll through. I'm gonna keep finding them. Like, yeah, obviously we have this one that he's not very amused with it, and then a lot of people are talking about Part 2 already. They don't really, that's a weird one. They don't really think that they don't really care about Part 1. Diamond Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Everyone is very happy for it generally. But going into the replies of the post from when it first came out, obviously is still very positive, but there's a lot of let's look at this one, see if this one, because he's talking about how everyone is mad. And yeah, here's some conversation about it. A lot of people just think Daima's not hype. Like, yeah, I like Daima, I'm not a fan of the art. Daima's not hype. Daima's not hype for those who have never seen it. Like, I mean, I guess that's I feel like most people have seen Daima though. Yeah, Fizz Golden Frieza, I guess, is in the bin right now. We don't know when he's gonna get EZA'd. Like, yeah, everyone's very happy with someone hype over Skip. I hope Part 2 is better. Yeah, like, there's a lot of people that's a fake complaint. Like, there are a lot of people that just don't, for some reason, think Daima is hype enough, or for whatever reason don't think that it's either Daima isn't hype enough for the anniversary, or that Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta isn't hype enough for the anniversary. And I don't really get either of those takes, because I do think both of them are very deserving. It's Goku and Vegeta. They're always going to be they're always going to be hype enough for anniversary. It's the top 2 characters in the game. I don't get why the Vegeta hate comes around almost every anniversary, I feel like, where they release one Goku unit, one Vegeta unit, and the Vegeta unit just ends up getting hate on, and people say that he's not as hype, or like just it doesn't fit in anniversary, like it has to be a fusion or something like that. And I really don't get that, especially looking at, like, I've pulled up here, I guess, the past anniversaries that we have had. Let me see if I can full screen this a little more. It's a very blurry image, but like we have past anniversaries we have here showing like just how often a lot of these just how often this happens. And I guess it's a repeated cycle with like all the way from 2nd year with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta to 4th year with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Then like Evolution Blue Vegeta from the 6th year was the last one that I remember being a very, because that's when they used to have Part 1 was like the headline, and Part 2 was kind of just like what Part 2 is less hype units, and the yellow coin LRs that not a lot of people summoned for. Part 1 was the dual Dokkan Fest that everyone was hyped for, and that's where like Evolution Blue Vegeta I remember being complained about so much because of the character choice and that people thought that he was not worthy of it. And then going on the same thing with the Carnival LR Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, which I do think is a anniversary worth pick. I do think as a unit, he was not anniversary worthy. Like, I think they messed up on his animations and his kit a little bit. I think he just wasn't as good or as cool as he could have been. But the pick itself is still, like, amazing. Like, Evolution Blue Vegeta is still very much deserving, just as much as Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is deserving. So I do think that is one thing that is, I think people are overreacting to, is the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta hate, that he's not like an anniversary headliner, but he really is. And then I think the next point that a lot of people are making is that it's Daima, and we've been waiting for Daima for so long. But that, I guess, just comes down to your opinion of it, because for someone like me, I personally think that Daima is extremely hype, almost entirely because we haven't gotten any of this Daima content before, and we've been getting Daima content so slow over the course of this year, because I think it is almost a year now since Daima, the show, actually ended. So it has been way too long for us to get these units, admittedly. I wish that we had gotten these units as like as the global download celebration LRs. I think that would have been a great spot for them to be put, and like these blues get put here in like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I just really think that they could have released Daima a little earlier, and it would have maybe helped the hype a bit. But I don't think it's hurt it that much. I definitely think I can see why people say that it has hurt it, and I completely understand that. But I think that the hype has maybe brought it up a little bit for me, waiting for these characters for so long, and finally getting them in the form of an anniversary dual like headliner thing. And I think they're both very deserving, and they're both, obviously, we're eventually going to come to the game. I'm just happy that they're finally here in general. But I can get some people complaining about the timing of it, but at least we're getting them, is my kind of like view on it. At the very least, we're getting them. That's really all I can say about it. The last thing I'm going to touch on, and let me just pull up the ending image here just to kind of show them, is the ideas of who is going to be a Carnival LR and who is going to be a Dokkan Fest LR. I do think that they're going to keep the form of Dokkan Fest and Carnival instead of dual Dokkan Fest, because I'm seeing some people say that this could be a dual Dokkan Fest. I very much think that Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is just going to be a Carnival LR, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku is going to be a Dokkan Fest LR. There we go. I do think that is going to be the case, like 100%. I think Goku is fitting for the Dokkan Fest LR. I think the only times they really give the like main or like the hyper characters, I guess like the Carnival LR, is when it's someone that's already been used, like a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta from the Broly, like the Broly was the Dokkan Fest and he was the Carnival. The only times they do like really hype units as Carnival is if they've already gotten like Dokkan Fest versions before, or a bunch of versions before, and obviously neither of these units have gotten versions before. So I do think that it is just going to be, obviously, Goku's the Dokkan Fest, Vegeta is not, because whatever they do for part 2, they still are going to have like one Dokkan Fest worthy, which, like, for me, if it was Namek, I think it would end up being a Dokkan Fest Final Form Frieza into Full Power Frieza, and then a Carnival, like, Goku into Super Saiyan Goku, or just Carnival Super Saiyan Goku, because we've already gotten Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan Goku. I guess we already also have Dokkan Fest Full Power Frieza, but I think they would flip it and put the Goku as the Carnival if they were to do him in Part 2. But I do think that they are going to stick with the Dokkan Fest and Carnival format for Part 1. I don't think this is a dual Dokkan Fest. And if it is, it will surprise me, because they seem to have switched to the Carnival format and they seem to be liking it. So I would be very surprised if they just up and switched it randomly for this anniversary just for these two, which, I mean, I guess it's the Daima characters, but it's still surprising to me. All right, one last point here, I guess, before I outro this. I just wanted to find one more like negative comment, and just seeing if someone be like, all those Buu Saga missions just for Daima in the end, and they're just mad they don't have an LR Kid Buu, LR Final Form Frieza, Kefla. And I will say, yes, I agree, we don't have a lot of those units still in the game, but the game has been running for so long and will continue to run for so long that we will end up getting these units in the game eventually. And I think just fretting over it too much is just gonna piss everyone off. and you're really just gonna end up waiting for everything, because even you could even do it with the Daima units before they came out for this anniversary. You could have just been sitting there and being like, we still don't have LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and we got another LR Blue Goku and Vegeta before we got like an LR Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku in any form, because we didn't have the mini one yet. So like, you can always bring up complaints like that, and I feel like in a game like this, it's just a matter of waiting, and like, everyone will eventually get it. But I do see, I guess, where some people are coming from with that, but that's just a little bit more of the negative side of the Discord. I wanted to show someone else, like, just give a quote for them. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the upcoming anniversary. I'm very, very excited. I'm excited to see the animations and everything that comes with it. But yeah, that was my thoughts and just the general community reaction. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed all the way to the end, I think I love you. Make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.